This week On the Road with Mickey, your favorite Disneyland resort land.
We're on the road with Mickey, we're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go. We're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and she's Sophie.
And she's Brenda.
Hi, everyone.
Hey Brenda.
Hey,
Grogu
hey, hey.
says hey. Grogu says, hey, who am I? You're Grogu. That's who you are, buddy. And we are On the Road with Mickey. This is episode 277 for August 11th, 2025. And our feature topic this week is your favorite Disneyland resort land. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's a tongue twister, too.
Yes. And it is going to be a fun episode, I think, because we are focusing on the 70th and Brenda's upcoming trip to Disneyland.
Yay.
I'm so excited.
We are going to be spending a little bit of time out west. We're going to be looking at a few things that you can find on the left coast, the west coast, as opposed to Disney World. And we don't get out here very often because we're so much more ingrained on the Florida, on Walt Disney World. But I think we're going to have a few episodes coming up that are going to be focused on Disneyland. So get ready. But before we get into that, we have some cheddar from the Big Cheese. And Brenda, I couldn't find any cheddar. I only found 2.
That's good for me.
If you've got something, you can say it. Or if you want, you can steal mine or Sophie's or whatever.
I'm good.
Okay.
Nope,
well,
she's good.
All right. Well, Sophie, you go first.
All right, then. Well, my piece of cheddar pertains to a certain beloved film that we all know and love, and that is Lilo and Stitch, specifically the live-action version, which has crossed $1 billion in sales globally, will be arriving to Disney Plus on September 3rd. So now you can watch it from the comfort of your home.
That's right. And just for the record, this is the first billion-dollar movie of the year.
Nice.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Well, are you a Disney Plus subscriber?
You are.
Yeah. Are you, Brenda?
Yes.
Well, everyone else that might be, get this. If you are, that new Disney Plus perks thing, one of the things you can get is a complimentary D23 Gold member monthly plan membership. That's the kind of thing that lets you get tickets for D23 and see special things and stuff like that. I've never had a gold membership, so I don't know what it has or what it does, but as part of Disney Plus, being a Disney Plus subscriber, you can get it for free. So go check out DisneyPlus.com and log in and then see if you're eligible for it. But totally complimentary. So I've only had, like, they used to have a silver edition or whatever that was free. So that's all I ever knew. But this is, I think, a step up. But anyway.
Are you saying we can get tickets to D23 from this?
You can buy tickets to D23 from that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, and Brenda, nothing to add on cheddar?
Nope, nothing.
Okay, I'm going to steal Brenda's cheddar because I would like to be on record as saying happy anniversary to my sweet honey, Cindy.
Oh, happy anniversary.
The day that this goes up, August 11th, is our 25th wedding anniversary.
Yay, Silver.
Love you, sweetie.
She loves you.
Yeah.
Huh, Sophie?
Oh, she definitely does. She wouldn't have stuck around this long if she didn't.
That's true. You know, I'm a bad penny. I keep turning up, and sometimes it's just easier to stick me in your pocket and carry me along.
Oh my gosh, y'all are hilarious.
I promise she
Anyway,
likes you, Daddy.
I'm pretty sure she does. Yes. All right. Well, don't forget, you can connect with us on our show note links. We've got our Facebook page, our Facebook group, which is the On the Road with Mickey group. The On the Road with Mickey is the page, the group is the group.
Oh,
Our YouTube
um,
channel. What's wrong? Hello?
Uh-oh. She's frozen. She's Elsa.
Well, I'm going to keep going. I hope she comes back. You
There
there,
she
I'm
is.
here.
Well,
I was worried for a second.
you kept going, and then you were frozen like Elsa.
Yeah, because you guys were frozen.
Oh, well, I'm not frozen.
Frozen and mute.
Oh, well, anyway, continuing. We've got our Facebook page, our Facebook group. Those are On the Road with Mickey page and On the Road with Mickey group. We have our YouTube channel. Hello, YouTubers.
Hello.
Hi.
Hit the subscribe button, hit the like, hit the little ring for the ringy ding ding notifications, and thank you. Our Instagram channel is On the Road with Mickey. You can email us at info@ontheroadwithmickey.com, and our website is ontheroadwithmickey.com. So that is our ways of connecting with us, and we love the feedback. And Sophie, Brenda, and I absolutely love your questions of the week.
Yes,
Good.
absolutely.
I hope other people do.
Oh yeah. We have one extra On the Road with Mickey question of the week. What are your favorite memories? Sophie, why don't you read what your Aunt Robin had to say?
Oh.
All right. From the previous week's question, what are your favorite memories from the podcast? My Aunt Robin, who was my favorite aunt on my dad's side, said, Ira David Wood episodes and any in which I am mentioned. So boom, this one is now her favorite episode.
Yep.
Oh,
My sister, what a
I love
nutcase.
it. She's so great. She's fantastic.
she's wonderful.
All right. So I had to add that. I saw that and I just started laughing. Oh gosh. Well, this week's question, I'm going to read it and then we're going to go through, and there's only like 80 answers. it feels like.
Really?
So here was
I'm
the
going to make a
question.
tally system.
Would you rather have an unlimited lifetime pass to any of the Disney parks, or would you rather have unlimited Disney cruise sailings? However, you forfeit whichever option you don't choose.
Which means you can never experience it again, even if you wanted to pay for it.
That's right. So, Sophie, Brenda, y'all start reading them off.
All right, I am surprised by some of these answers, but okay. Sherry started us off and she said, Parks forever. Sad to not do a Disney cruise ever, but it's easier to live without since I have not experienced Disney cruises. There are other cruise lines, but nothing close to a Disney park. I like that answer.
Mhm.
So that's one for parks.
There you go. Are you tallying?
Yes, I'm tallying.
Okay. Well, Chandler said parks. Gotta be the parks.
2 for parks.
And my client and friend Debbie said unlimited park passes.
3 for parks. And Sandy said parks. I get seasick walking past a docked boat. Oh, you poor thing.
That's
4 for
four.
parks.
Well, my girl Cindy came through and she said Disney cruises can travel the world with room, food, and transportation covered in one price. Can do all activities you want and Broadway shows included.
1 for cruises. We like to see it.
And our friend Alicia said passes and then gave a whole bunch of heart and kissy face emojis.
I'm going to presume that means parks because parks
Yes.
are the ones where you have the passes
Yeah.
and yeah. Okay, so 5 versus 1.
Yep.
Pam said parks that are in existence now and any that will be built in the future. Great question. Thank you, Pam.
That was
That's
a great
6.
question. Diana said, if this means that by choosing the cruises I couldn't go to the parks anymore, then I definitely choose parks.
7.
Linda said parks for sure.
8.
So far, it's a runaway, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Annette said passes for sure. So again,
9.
parks.
Donna
9.
said Disney cruises.
Yay, we got 2. And Randy said unlimited Disney cruises as well, so that's 3.
And then Elaine said that's tough, but I'll pick lifetime cruise. So,
Ooh, we're
4.
sneaking up on there.
yep.
Paula said, I've never been on a Disney cruise, but love the parks, so I'll go with the parks. 10.
10-4.
Chrissy
Yeah.
said parks hands down.
11-4. Sheila said pass for all parks, West, East Coast, China, Hong Kong, Japan, Europe, UEI, and everything in between, and any new additions not spelled out above. That's exactly what I was meaning. That's 12. 12-4.
Heidi said I'll take the parks.
13.
Sharon said parks.
14. Robin said parks hands down. 15.
Debbie said unlimited cruises.
5.
Courtney said cruise.
6. And Cece said cruises all the way. My food is included, and I have easy access to my room for a nap. 7.
Mhm.
And then Kathy said the parks.
We're on 15, right? So 16. And
Yep.
Jennifer said pass to parks, can't cruise, lol. So that is 17
That
to
was
6.
a runaway. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Well, you know what?
But you know
My
what?
dad says cruises because he loves the cruises, so that's 7. Aunt Brenda, didn't you say cruises?
Cruises, yes.
So that's 8. And then I said parks as well because I've never been on a Disney cruise and I enjoy taking people to the parks, especially whichever future children I may have and future husbands. So that makes 18 to 8.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great answers.
Okay.
Great questions.
Great question.
feedback.
That was
Holy
the
Thank you,
hardest question
everybody.
ever.
I know, I'm happy with
That
it.
was
That was
that
such
was
a hard
awesome.
one. Oh,
That was
no.
awesome. But you know what? You want to know what my prediction is?
What?
What?
I have a prediction, Brenda, that come the end of January,
Mm-hmm.
Sophie's answer will
Mhm.
be different, or at least it will be a lot harder to decide.
To choose, yeah, for sure.
So,
Possibly.
so
But
we'll
the thing
see.
about
Once she
cruises,
sees the magic
I'm
of a Disney cruise.
I'm still banking on the parks purely because of my children, because what can children do on a cruise except for party all day in the kids club without me?
No, they
They
can go
can
to the
party
pool.
with you. They
Yeah.
can party with you on the cruise too.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll
All
see.
right. I will see.
Well,
I shall
great
see
question.
the light.
Yes.
Yay.
Thank you so much, everyone, for your feedback. We love, love, love the feedback. And
I
I'm
love the feedback.
I'm so excited that Sophie came up with this idea for Sophie's question of the week. I just think it's
Yeah.
awesome. Great job, Sophie.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Well, that takes us to our feature topic, your favorite Disneyland cruise or Disneyland cruise. That's it.
We have a land cruise now?
No. What we do is we build a theme park on a cruise ship. We have a Disney cruise.
That's right.
That would be so much fun, actually.
Oh my
I
gosh,
could
but
see.
where would Tinkerbell? She would try and leave Cinderella Castle and would end up going off into the water somewhere.
No, no, she
That
would fly from on top of the smokestacks and land at the very, very front of the ship.
okay. Well, anyway, our topic is actually your favorite Disneyland resort land. I got it right this time. So we are each of us. We've done this with Disney World. We did what's your favorite land and why, and but we never did it for Disneyland. And so we figured let's take a look at it. But we had to make sure that we were covering both Disneyland, the park, as well as California Adventure Park. So we call it the Disneyland Resort because that's the actual name for the whole complex. So, Sophie, it's your week to start us off. So why don't you tell us what your favorite Disneyland Resort land is and why?
Okay, so uh, seeing as we're sticking strictly to the West Coast, I will admit it's been a while since I've been there, but the land that I ultimately chose was Pixar Pier. It's in Disney's California Adventure Park. It was hard for me to choose it because I also really loved the Radiator Springs area, but when I first went to Disneyland back in, let me think, how old was I? I had just started high school, I think.
No, no, no. You were before high school. It was 2013.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking mainly when I had gone on my own and stayed with Jagan and Aunt Sheila. That's what I was thinking, but you're right. I was there when I was 12 in 2013. I really, when we were getting ready to go on that trip, I was doing so much research on Disneyland because my thought process was, I've never been here before. I need to know what I'm getting myself into. And there was this app that my dad had on the iPad that I was allowed to play with, and it basically was a virtual tour of the parks. And my favorite thing about that app was the section dedicated to Paradise Pier, which is what Pixar Pier used to be. And it was basically Disney's own version of the Santa Monica Pier. And so it's like the boardwalk, you've got the carnival on it, you've got the games, the rides, the carousel, the food. It was great. And so I was so excited for Paradise Pier. It was probably the highlight of my trip, I think. And then they changed it a while back and they made it into Pixar Pier to fit more closely in with the Disney aesthetic, but they kept it relatively the same. And so all of the rides were kept the same. They just received a little bit of a reskin, if that makes sense, a little bit of a aesthetic tweakage. So now you've got the Incredicoaster, which before was California Screaming. It's basically a ride about the Incredibles. You're helping um, Elastigirl and Violet and Dash and Bob, Mr. Incredible, chase Jack around the roller coaster, and it's so much fun. It's the only roller coaster I can stand where I go upside down. I don't
Yeah,
like going upside down, but I like that one.
yeah,
Um, you also have the Pixar Pal Around is what it's called. It used to be called Mickey's Fun Wheel. It's basically the same. It has two versions in the same Ferris wheel. That's what it is. There's a version where the cars remain stationary on the wheel, and all they do is go in a circle. And then you have the cars that are attached to those swinging portions, which are so much fun. I love those so much. And I'm probably the only one that does.
Oh, I love the swinging ones.
Really?
God, you people
Oh
are so
yeah,
brave.
I love it because I know we're in an enclosed cage, but also it's Disney. It's not going to
You're
fall apart.
dancing.
You're right. You're right. When the state fair comes to town here in North
Uh-uh.
Carolina,
Uh-uh. That's
you
a
could not
hard
pay.
pass.
You cannot pay my dad to get on any of the Ferris wheels that come with it.
I'm just like that. I trust Disney, but nobody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I read too many stories of crazy funhouse employees who went psycho and started killing everybody to trust a carnival ride. But Disneyland is not a carnival ride.
You know what, Daddy? There's a Broadway show that I think you
Oh
would
god.
enjoy a whole lot. It's called Ride the Cyclone. But anyway,
Oh,
back on
anyway.
topic. You also have like the carousel, as I mentioned, it used to be themed around King Triton from The Little Mermaid and all of the sea creatures. Now it's Jesse's Critter Carousel. And of course, there's Toy Story Midway Mania. That one didn't even need to be repurposed because it's
Right.
already Pixar.
Yeah.
There's the Silly Symphony Swings, which I think has remained the same from even before. And that one is so, so fun. It's one of my favorites. I The line was always extremely short whenever I went on it, and all it is it's just a swinging carousel that lifts you up into the air, and you're basically flinging around the thing, and the only thing keeping you from falling out of that seat is a tiny little metal bar, and it's actually a really good adrenaline ride. I enjoy it.
Oh God. Take
Oh,
my turn, girl. Take my turn.
oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I will.
We
But of course, the main reason that I enjoy Paradise Pier, there are a lot of things that I'm skipping because it's been so long since I've experienced them, and mainly the food is what I'm skipping. But the thing that will always be amazing is World of Color, naturally. And for the anniversary celebration of Disneyland, they're actually incorporating the emotions from Inside Out into this world of color. And in case you weren't here when we were talking about Disneyland's 70th anniversary, there is a new interactive aspect to the show itself, which is groundbreaking, I think, for Disney nighttime shows because normally it's just the same thing and it has to be because they can't really change it on a whim. But with the 70th anniversary, you will have an opportunity through your My Disney Experience app to scan a QR code and vote for whichever emotion out of the options that they give you. And depending on how many people vote for one set emotion, it will change so that the emotion most voted for is voicing the narration of World of Color that night. And so
so
it
cool.
changes from night to night
Really?
to night because you have, I think, four options.
Yeah. That's
It's really
awesome.
cool. Really cool.
Yeah,
Um, you know, I agree. Can I interject just a little bit?
of course.
There is so much with Pixar Pier, Paradise Pier,
Yeah.
Pixar Pier, and I just remember one of the things I really loved about it when we were there for our first trip in 2013. We were staying at the Grand California, and the room we had they gave us looked right over Paradise Pier, well, Pixar Pier now.
Yeah.
And it was so neat because we would go to sleep, Brenda, and we would hear the music from the pier coming up to our room. It was
It
so
was so
cool.
nice.
Like the
And seeing
best
that
music to go to sleep to ever.
and seeing the Ferris wheel at the time, it was just covered in Technicolor rainbows and stuff from even after the show concluded.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful view.
Yeah. And that was back then it was Mickey's Fun Wheel.
Yeah.
Now it's the different name, the Pixar Pal
Pixar
Around.
pal around.
Yeah. But yeah, and Goofy Sky School is it was
You're right.
like
Which
Primeval
is
Whirl, so we could see that from our room. Um,
mm-hmm.
we, we couldn't see the full world of color, Brenda. We could see about half of the water from the
Cool.
Fun Wheel over to
Yeah.
Goofy is what you could see. So we couldn't see the whole show from our balcony, but we could still hear it, and we could imagine it, So
That's
it's
awesome.
just so neat, and the food there was just really good, and being out, it was just such an outdoorsy kind of land.
It
It looks
was.
very spread out. It looks
Yeah,
very
It
roomy.
is.
it
It
is.
is.
It is.
Because I mean the entire land is kind of, you know,
It's like on
surrounding
a pier.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's surrounding that lagoon. It's like World Showcase, a little
Yeah.
bit smaller, but unlike World Showcase, everything is the same theming. It's not broken up into pavilions.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, really
I love
neat.
Pixar Pier.
Great. It is a great area, and I think it still is, and I look forward to the time when we can go back there and take it in.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
just there's just something different
Mm-hmm.
about
Yep.
Disneyland and California Adventure, you know, in that side of the
Yeah.
country. So
It
just
is very
really
different.
Yeah.
great memories from those trips that we had. So, all right, is there more you want to add to it, Sophie?
Not really. I'm just filling in my section of the show notes.
Okay. Well, then I am going to step up to the plate and talk about my land, which, as you can tell, maybe is Mickey's Toontown, which is located in the Disneyland park. I chose this because I was absolutely the first time we were there in 2013. We we went around on the Disneyland Railroad. We got off at the Toontown exit or the Toontown station, and we walked into Toontown, and I felt like it reminded me of the first time I went to Walt Disney World when I walked underneath the train, came into town square, and I felt like I had left the state of Florida behind and that I was in this brand new world. It felt the same exact thing. I felt like I had left Disneyland and I was transported into Toontown, into Mickey's home, Mickey's town, his domicile, where he lives, where he is the king of kings and the main man and the mayor of the town. It just felt like I was where he would be walking every single day, and it blew my mind. Because all I knew before then was Toontown Fair at Disney World, and I loved Toontown Fair, but then I realized Toontown Fair is where they went on vacation. Toontown is where they lived. And
Yeah.
so that just opened my eyes to so many possibilities. And at this point to date, there's still so many things you can do. Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin, still there. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, new attraction, just like at Hollywood Studios. It's
Great
there.
attraction.
Great
Yeah.
attraction. Donald's Duck Pond, which is just for the kids to play. It's kind of like a wet splash area. Goofy's How to Play Yard. You got a coaster. You got Chippendale's Gadget Coaster for the little ones. It gets like 35 inches is all you got to be to ride it. And then, of course, you got Mickey's house and Minnie's house. And you get to tour those just like we could at Toontown Fair for their country houses. And then, like I said, you've got the Toontown Station for the Disneyland Railroad, which who wouldn't want to take the train ride, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just there's so much to see and do and experience in there. For dining, you've got Cafe Daisy, which sells pizza, and I found a picture from our 2013 trip, and I zoomed it in, and they were selling pepperoni pizza and cheese pizza, and the cost in 2013 was $7.99.
Jeez Louise.
I'm like, what would it be now? I wonder.
I'll
I
tell
don't
you how that
know.
translates
I'm not
today.
looking it up. I'm not looking it up.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah, man.
And then there's the Good Boy Grocers, which is just a little snack kiosk thing. You can buy some chips and a drink or whatever. Um, just a grab and go kind of thing. Not nothing fancy there. So the dining, there's not a whole lot, but it's not so much about the what you can eat and everything. Although I remember we ate at Cafe Daisy. I think we got the
Yeah.
pizzas there, and they were good. I mean, they were fine. So,
Mhm.
but but it's about all the little details because you walking through town, there's a car with the hood up, and I've got pictures of Sophie leaning into the car trying to fix the engine. It's just awesome. I've got pictures of Sophie and I sitting on the car outside with our feet up on the dashboard, getting our picture made, and Cindy and Sophie doing the same thing. And they got the things you go to the like the bank and you push the button and it does stuff and it makes noises and you're like what, and then you've got the place where the electric company, and just all these little details, and they all have little things you can do that make it do something. And you know
I
what it
remember
was.
there was a little storefront facade in there, but it was meant to look like the jail,
Yeah.
like the police station or something.
Hmm.
And the jail bars were made out of rubber, so you could literally pull them.
Yeah. And see all those little details. You remember when at Disney World they redid the Haunted Mansion queue to add all the things that you could
Yeah.
do while you're in the queue?
Oh,
All
yeah.
those things were already present over here in Toontown of things you could do while you're walking through the town. And they incorporated that into other areas for other attractions across the parks. So it's just neat. It's like it's the OG, like it was
Yeah.
there, and then they expanded it to all these other rides and stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
So,
Moved in
but
on his locale over there.
yeah, and so Toontown is just it just grabbed me the first time I ever experienced it, and I'm like, this is so cool. So, so that's why I chose Mickey's Toontown.
That's a good one.
All right, Brenda, it's your turn.
Well, my favorite land is not about the rides or anything. My favorite land is all about Walt, and
Oh,
that is New Orleans Square. I I can get lost going around the block. I have absolutely no sense of direction if you didn't know. Which is probably why I can't make my computer work either. There must be something that runs both of those things. But I can get lost anywhere, and getting lost in New Orleans Square is something I've done over and over again, and I would rather not get lost anywhere else except for there. Every time I'm just in there, it is just that some kind of feeling with me. But I do have some, like, some actual facts about it. It's not just all emotion. But, you know, it's like it's kind of cramped in parts of New Orleans Square. Like, you go around the streets and part of it is very narrow. Like, it's like a hug where you're almost hugging other Disney
yeah.
lovers. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm a weird person, but New Orleans
You're a
Square was
wonderful person.
New Orleans Square is very charming. It's just it's just awesome. I mean, my aunt and uncle would call it Nolans, just like at home, because it looks exactly like it and it feels like it. But New Orleans, I'm having listen facts. New Orleans Square was especially meaningful to Walt Disney. He had envisioned having an old world charm part of Disneyland from the get-go, but it was not part of the original opening of Disneyland. It was the first land opened after the opening. And it was also one of the last projects Walt oversaw before he passed in December 1966. He dedicated New Orleans Square in what would be his last official public appearance on July 24th, 1966. And he personally dedicated it himself. And at the end of this episode, when I do my Walt quote, I'll quote what he said during that time. Though Walt never got to see Pirates of the Caribbean in its completion, nor Haunted Mansion, as Pirates of the Caribbean opened March 18th, 1967, and Haunted Mansion opened August 9th, 1969, and he never got to see those. The Imagineers say that Walt Disney's fingerprints were all over the designs, and especially in the theatricality and attention to detail. Walt believed in building environments that transported guests, and New Orleans Square was the first land in any Disney park to be designed entirely as an immersive themed space without relying on the traditional role of any kind of ride. It was a bold concept at the time, a land where ambiance, music, food, and setting told the story just as powerfully as the attractions. And it was a very unique space. And there were some specifications that he had drawn up for how he wanted this land, and I'm going to read them to you. New Orleans in the 1850s, she was the nation's most colorful and exciting city, a proud cosmopolitan center that had already established a lasting cultural heritage. America's capital of aristocracy, seat of commerce and industry, a bristling port exporting more commodities than New York. Cotton was king, and the good life was his decree. She was a city of contrasts. Magnificently gowned ladies, genteel and gracious, strolled past benign Indian squaws selling sassafras root. Impeccably groomed gentlemen in bright brocade waistcoats had their quiet conversations interrupted by the cries of hawkers echoing through the narrow streets. Iron lace balconies seemed even more delicate against stretches of ashen walls. And in New Orleans Square, where all the wrought iron balconies are, the one above Pirates of the Caribbean has a W inscribed in it and then an R. And that is for Walt and Roy. That was where that was going to be like their apartment, but it didn't end up turning out that way. So there was no New Orleans Square station there. There was the Frontierland Railroad Station, which was literally like the only attraction that could have been even considered an attraction in that area, but that was always there. So it wasn't like it was made for New Orleans Square, even though they renamed it the New Orleans Square Station.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So if you've ever been there and you've gotten to ride Pirates of the Caribbean, which is fabulous at Disneyland, you may have also gotten to go to the Blue Bayou restaurant, which is right in there in the ride, which is so super cool. Have you eaten there?
We did.
Yes, we have.
It's so neat,
2013.
right?
Oh, it's so awesome. So
It's got
awesome.
a lantern on the tables, and it's dark, and it's just so neat.
I got myself a glass of lemonade, I think. I don't remember if it was regular lemonade or like strawberry lemonade or something like that, but it had one of the magic ice cubes in it.
Yeah.
And it was so cool.
Yeah, those are so much fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so neat. And I loved that. I had jambalaya or gumbo or something. It was so good. Oh my
I don't
gosh.
even remember what I had, but I know it was delicious, and the experience was worth it. I mean, it was totally worth it, you know?
Yeah.
It was so cool.
I gotta say,
Really
I don't
cool.
remember what I had at the Blue Bayou, but there was another restaurant in New Orleans Square. I think it was called just the New
Was
Orleans
it Cafe
Square
Orleans?
Cafe.
It
Yeah, it was
Cafe
that.
Orleans, yeah.
And I had
Yep,
a
good
Monte
food there.
Cristo sandwich there.
They're famous for the Monte Cristo sandwich there.
I know. That was the first time I'd ever had it, and it set my standards impossibly high.
So good, yeah.
Oh, I
And
loved
they
that
have the mint
sandwich.
julep bar there, and now they have Tiana's Palace there since, since everything
Mm-hmm.
changed with, yep, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And that's awesome.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
awesome. So awesome.
that land
Yeah.
is beautiful.
It is
Well,
so beautiful.
what I love about the New Orleans Square Disneyland Railroad Station is how it plays the Morse code of Walt's speech.
Yep.
That is
Ooh,
just
yeah.
So
so
super
cool.
cool.
And then um what I like about New Orleans Square is how small it is, how quaint.
It's quaint and like a cozy hug, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And Cafe 33, right?
Club 33, yeah.
Club 33, I mean, is there. Of
Yeah.
course, I've never been in it. I've seen the
Well,
door
no.
once.
I want to go in it.
I've walked past the door probably 100 times and never noticed it. And then and then I saw it. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's it.
I want to go in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a members only club and New Orleans Square too at Halloween time is awesome because it's like there's so much more going on there with all
Mhm.
the decorations for Haunted Mansion and everything. But you can also meet, I'll tell you who you can meet in New Orleans Square. Captain Jack Sparrow,
Yeah.
Pirate Red, Princess Tiana, Prince Naveen, and that's a rare occurrence, by the way. Jack Skellington is there during Halloween and Christmas season, and so is Sally.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you three little trivia tidbits too about New Orleans Square.
Stump the Soph.
Mm-hmm.
The organ
Let's hear it.
found in the Haunted Mansion is the very organ used in the movie 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Really?
Really?
Yep. The majority of the funding of New Orleans Square came from the 1964 classic Mary Poppins, and it was $18 million to build New Orleans
Wow.
Square, which was more than the entirety of what they spent to build Disneyland.
Wow.
Wow.
And Walt added antique shops to New Orleans Square to pay tribute to his wife Lillian, who was an avid collector.
Nice.
Wow.
All
Yeah.
about it all it comes
The
back
area is
down
all
to
about Walt.
it's all about Walt and everything Walt did came down to family.
It
Yep,
did.
yep,
I mean,
yep.
always came
So
back to the
Love the
family.
man.
I do have a trivia.
Oh,
Does
is
not.
this your question for the week?
No.
Okay, I was
No.
just wondering.
But I will get to that in a second.
Okay.
The trivia does not actually pertain to anything we've talked about aside from Lillian.
Oh, cool.
In the Alice in Wonderland dark ride that is in Disneyland
Eh,
Fantasyland,
yeah.
you will hear it's either the King of Hearts or the White Rabbit, but they will proclaim this rule. It's Rule 42. The queen always wins, and it's talking about the croquet scene where the queen is about to, hit the croquet ball with her mallet.
Mm.
The real 42 actually states that persons who are above a mile in height must leave the royal court immediately because Alice ate a giant mushroom and therefore had to leave so she didn't squish anybody. The reason this was changed, we believe, is because Walt and Lillian had a croquet set up in their backyard. And no matter how many times Walt tried to strategize and plan, he always lost against Lillian, and
Oh,
Lillian thought it was the funniest thing ever.
that is
So we
funny.
thought that that line, Rule 42, the queen always wins, was talking not only about the Queen of Hearts, but about Lillian as
I'll bet
well.
you're right. That's hilarious.
It
Oh,
is.
that's awesome.
So I just
That
Oh
is
wanted
gosh.
to
hilarious.
I just wanted to include that in there.
Yeah.
As for my question of the week, it's kind of obscure, and I don't know how many people will answer this, but my question of the week this time is, what is your favorite thing about Walt himself?
Oh
For
my
me,
gosh.
I really just like how he treated his wife. He was a very, very, very kind husband.
Very nice.
And I consider Lillian to be a very lucky woman.
Definitely. Oh boy. So what? Say that question again.
What's your favorite thing about Walt?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mike?
You know what? One dad to another. I think my connection with Walt stems from family,
Oh.
from raising his girls, raising his family, wanting the best for them. And I think that I think every dad has that wish, that dream for their family.
Yep.
So
I love you too, Daddy.
Sweet. I think one of the many things I love most about Walt is that he like thought of himself as just a corny guy. He was just a guy. And it didn't matter how much money he ended up being worth or making, it didn't matter. He did not appreciate highbrow people. He didn't like when they treated people badly. He was just a normal person that just wanted to make the world a better place.
yeah,
And he certainly made ours a better place because we're still talking about him.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
been gone a long time,
Yeah.
but his
Well, I
legacy
like
lives
you
on, and that's
guys'
all we want.
answer.
We want our
Yeah.
legacy to live on.
I think this is going to be a very popular question in the group.
I hope so.
I
I
have
hope
no
everybody
doubt.
has something they like about him, and maybe if they don't have something they like about him, well, first of all, you need to go to Disney again so you can find something that you like about him.
I think the people in our group will have plenty that they like
Yeah.
about him.
Yeah.
Even if like us, I never
Yeah.
knew him. I didn't know him until after he was gone. I wasn't
Yeah.
even born until he was gone.
Me too.
Yeah.
You know, but it's one of those things. Even if I had never heard of the name Walt Disney the man, I would have heard of Walt Disney World or
Yeah.
Disneyland. And even if it's just because of the parks he created, that's still a legacy and something that people would like about him, you know?
Yeah.
So
He was a
great.
special human being, right?
Yeah.
He was.
So great question of the week, Sophie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that was our favorite Disneyland lands. So tell us what your favorite is. Leave us a comment. And I hope you enjoyed this feature topic. But now it is time for this day in Disney history. So, Sophie, take it away, honey.
All right. I chose something specifically about Disneyland, of course.
Yeah.
The year is 1955, August 11th. U.S. Vice President Richard Nixon and his family, wife Pat and daughters Tricia and Julie, visit Disneyland for the very first time. Along with the Nixons are brothers of Richard and Pat and their children. Nixon is presented with the key to City Hall by C.V. Wood, a member of Walt's staff, and meets actor Fess Parker, Disney's Davy Crockett. The Nixons toured Disneyland extensively, riding on such attractions as the Mark Twain Riverboat, the Jungle Cruise, Rocket to the Moon, Autopia, and touring the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea exhibit. There is a quote from Richard Nixon stating, "A paradise for children and for grown-ups too. I don't know when I've had so much fun."
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Great history,
Very good.
Sophie. Great
Thank you.
history. Now, I have a question, ladies.
Ooh.
Yes?
Will history repeat itself? Will
No.
Sophie be
No.
stumped again?
Hmm.
Good luck. You can't
Well,
do it twice. That's
Your
possible.
I don't think I can
arrogance
either.
is
It's not arrogance. It's just a question.
Oh, it's coming off as pretty cocky to me.
No, it's just a
Oh,
question.
she's gonna
All
cream
right.
me now.
You ready?
Ready.
This character is a mom. A single mom, for that matter.
And she's alive in
A
a Disney
single
movie?
mom. Oh.
Sorry.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Sorry.
A single mom.
You're
Who's
right,
that
though,
lady from
friend.
Onward?
Huh?
Who's that lady from Onward?
I don't know. What's her name? Is that a guess?
Maybe.
Okay.
What's her name? What's her name? Keep going.
All right. This character has 2 sons.
Definitely the lady from Onward. What is her name? What is her name? Hang on.
the outfit.
What is her name? She's the one with the pixie cut. What's her name?
Her first name starts with an L. Because you're right. You got it on the first one. You just had to come up with a name.
Oh, jeez.
Do you remember her kids' names?
The one that was played by Chris Pratt is Barley, I think.
That one is correct. That's not the character.
No, I know. Starts with an L. It starts with an L.
Is it a common L name?
Lauren?
You're so close.
Lauren is
Not Lauren.
Laurel?
Yes, Laurel.
Yay!
Laurel Lightfoot. Ian and Barley's mom. Her husband was Wilden. Wilden passed away before Ian was born. And she had to raise...
Wow.
He's gotta die in a Disney movie.
And
I mean, he technically came back, Aunt Brenda. It's
good.
okay.
I didn't see it.
onward.
You
it was
will
an
cry.
interesting... Yeah.
Ooh, no, I don't want
And
to.
they're
I
elves.
cried.
And they're elves. So,
Sweet.
Anyway.
Disney.
way to go. So I knew you would get it, but I didn't think you would get it that quick.
Quick. She creamed you this time.
I knew she would get it, though.
Yay!
Good job, Sophie. I'll write
Thanks.
it in. Or you got it. Okay.
I got it.
Well, that was fun, even
Yeah.
if I didn't stump the soap.
Yay! That was awesome.
All right, Brenda, give us a little bit of Walt, shall you?
Well, and as I said, this was from July of 1966 when he opened New Orleans Square, and the mayor of New Orleans was there, and the mayor of New Orleans had given Walt a key to the city, and he was there, and it was really neat. But he said, Disneyland has always had a big river and a Mississippi sternwheeler, and it seemed appropriate to create a new attraction at the bend of the river. And so New Orleans Square came into being, a New Orleans of a century ago when she was the Gay Paris of the American frontier. Walt
Wow.
Disney.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Walt. Thank you, Brenda. What an
you,
awesome
Walt.
quote. I love Disney history. I love a little bit of Walt because it just draws it back takes us back down that road, back to the times when the history was being made. We get to
Yeah.
remember it. So awesome. Well, my friends, that wraps us up for this week. We have what I think is a really cool episode coming up next week. We are taking a look at the Disney movies, and we are picking our favorite music from a Disney movie. So, for example, if your favorite movie is Mary Poppins, or if if you love the music from Mary Poppins, then maybe you would choose that as the music you wanted to talk about, you know? But we're each picking one movie, and we're going to talk about the movie and the music and why that music speaks to us. And so, and why it draws us in every time we hear it. So that is our topic next week, and we invite you to join us and listen along and give us your answers on what your music selection is for your movie. So we want to hear from you, but we'll get into that next week. But until then, we hope you have a wonderful week. Remember to share your smile with someone who needs a smile. You might be changing their life. If you're having a rough week, we hope that we brought some laughs and some humor to you this week, and that maybe your week gets better. Or if you're having a rough week, maybe someone will smile at you and you'll have a better week. But just remember to be kind to each other and just look after each other, because that's what this world needs, is people looking after each other. Until next week, I'm Mike, she's Sophie, that's Brenda, and he's Grogu, saying adios, amigos.
He says, may the force be with you.
That's right, he is so much classier than I am.
Yes.
Yes.
Infinitely classy.
Yes. And we will
see you on the road.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.